2021 Cecil County Dragway Pro 275 World Champion Mark Benson Jr. Pro Tour Torque Converters, Mark Benson Racing Engine, Precision Twin Turbos on board. North Star Motorsports, Metzger Motorsports, Shelbyville, Delaware, the newlywed in the Camaro. Currently sits number 3 with a 589. The left-hand lane, it is Burn Down Don Burton out of Glen Arm, Maryland. Diesel Auto Solutions, diesel mechanic by trade, JPC Racing, Pro Line Heavy, Pro Charter Machine under hood, Fuel Tech on board. Eric Holliday, JPC Racing doing the tune with assistance from the Red Hat Mafia, making sure everything Pro Line package is good to go. That is the only and fastest, quickest 275 drag radial car in the world, ladies and gentlemen. He sits number 2 with a 588 with a 1, went 228 miles an hour. Door come blowing up, they went back to the house, picked up the doors off the other race car, spent all night working on it. There it is. If you love that blue Mustang, swing by their pits behind the diner and pick up a shirt or a hoodie. Help them pay for it, because now we got to buy new doors and get them painted. Can Mark Benson go number 1? He has the ability and the horsepower. Don Burton lower the mark for the 275 world record. Can he go number 1 and knock Manny Bajinga down a notch? Better through the 8 mile, 594, 234, 61. He goes big time, mile an hour, as that thing was flat tracking like a freight train. 234 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. Big time up top. The next pair coming at you, Nick Schroeder, Frankfurt, Delaware, the 06 GTO, 521 cubic inch BAE Hemi, with a C-rotor screw supercharger. Currently number 8 with a 623. Pro Mod suit up, Pro Mod suit up. The left-hand lane, it is the 7-time world champion, Manny Bajinga, who now holds the world record for the quickest man on a drag radial tire. Ran a 575 with a 9 last night. So in the history of the world, no man, woman, child, dinosaur, cat, or dog has ever been quicker in 1,320 feet than Manny Bajinga on drag radials with no wheelie bars. Pro Line Heavy, M&M transmission, Fuel Tech on board, Red Hat Mafia. MJM Construction powered machine. The man Franny, crew chief extraordinaire, keeps tabs on Fred. It's the name of the car, the red machine out there, Fred. Can Fred go into the 560s right here? Fred is going. Fred is going, baby! 581, 210, 599. Nick Schroeder goes into the 5s. 238 miles an hour as Nick makes it a 4-car field in the 5-second zone. That's 3 5-second runs, Fabian.
There you go. And how about all 4 of the cars in the 5s? Domestics, all 4 of them. They're telling the imports step their game up.
So far.
Yeah, exactly. So far as next up. Here's the Venom car on the left-hand side, taking on Blue Destiny. Both these cars are capable of getting there, but will they get there? That's the question. This is their last shot to do it in qualifying.
All right, so the 2 JZ power both sides of the racetrack. Venom, left-hand lane is your number 11 qualifier. Blue Destiny, the Celica, number 9 with a 627. Again, both the cars capable of going into the 5s, but can they? Jamie Miller, Red Hat Mafia, flexing on them. Pro Line Power sits 1-2 right now. PLR at the top of the charts.
Precision Turbo and Engine X275 versus Hot Rod, 1 and 2, please. Precision Turbo and Engine X275 versus Hot Rod to 1 and 2, please. Final call for Pro Street Bikes to lane number 8. Final call for Platinum General Services Pro Street Bikes, lane number 8. And radial versus modified, suit up, please. Atomized Racing Jackers, radial versus modified, suit up.
So San Juan, Puerto Rico, left-hand lane with the FRS. Agas, Puerto Rico in the right in the Celica. Both of them leaving soft. There we go. Can Venom get in there? 6:17. He goes 260 miles an hour.
That is the fastest run in the history of the World Cup Finals. 260 miles an hour. History has been made yet again here at Maryland International Raceway.
Venom still sits number 9, but showing big horsepower up top with a 260 mile an hour blast. Martinez, the King Gradiato. Sidra, Puerto Rico, left lane. The LC 500 sits number 7 in qualifying, a 2JZ on board. The right-hand lane, Ryan Hendrickson, Hemi Twin Turbo Mustang. He is running the big floppy tires with wheelie bars as seen on TV and the world famous Street Outlaws No Prep Kings circuit. You've seen him on America's List, it's some of the fastest in America. You've seen him on Street Outlaws. Oh, we're having problems for the King. Oh, there we go. Got that transmission, didn't want to go in reverse. Somebody reached in and smacked it with a hammer and said, oh, okay, I'll act right. So here we go. Now, we don't want anybody to stand behind a car when he goes to put on the trans brake, just to make sure it doesn't want to jump backwards. Sometimes they get a little weird and freaky. The World Cup Finals, girls don't know, am I turning left, right? Which way am I going? I'll just smile and look pretty. Ryan Hendricks is looking pretty in the car. He sits number 6 in qualifying, 6:05 with a 6. Ken Hendricks punched this thing into the 5-second zone. Martinez, 6:09 is number 7. He would like to punch it into the 5-second zone. Can Martinez be the first import in the 5-second zone this weekend? As we do get the double bulb, so they back him up and then they let him in. All right, now we're gonna go one bulb at a time. Ryan being very patient, waiting for him. Oh, Bob's got stuck on the track. He got off though, that's good. All right, so here you go. Both cars in pre-stage. Should be turbo boost spooling in a second or two. Oh, good run. Hendricks got a chance at the bus. Can he do it? 6:02.6. He goes 2:49. 112. Big time top end. Power right there as he goes 2:49.12. He'll stay number 5 with that 6:02. Martinez will stay number 7 with a 6:09. All right, Fernandez in the left lane. This is El Jerry, Cleveland, Ohio, the 2020 Supra. And the Laquito Killer, Edwin Burgos. Cagas, Puerto Rico, the RX-8. Currently the number 8 qualifier with a 6:13. I need Precision Turbo and Engine X275 versus Hot Rod to the lanes. And now I need McLeod Clutches Warriors versus Trace Quattros to the lanes. Warriors versus Trace Quattros to the lanes. Laquito Killer trying to go back into the 6s with MedTech College on board. El Jerry, Cleveland, Ohio, rocking the Liberty gears. Currently number 12 with a 690. Laquito Killer can get into these 5s right here. Let's see. This is your standard 2JZ versus 20B matchup. And one of these two be the first import to punch into the 5-second zone. Oh, they're having problems with El Jerry, so Laquito Killer on a single. All eyes on the right-hand lane. That is not going to do it. So he will drive on down and stay number 8 in the field. All right, so they got to hold up a second. It looks like they got to push El Jerry back. They're going to get it reset because he hadn't officially taken the tree. All right, so it looks like trying to get something to work, it didn't want to work, so they're going to push El Jerry back. All right, so apparently they couldn't get the door to latch. So obviously we're not trying to send a car down there with a door that won't latch, because we saw Don Burton give a demonstration of an unlatched door as the latch removed itself, so the door evacuated itself. So we're not going to do that with El Jerry right there, so we'll roll him back. He is the number 12 qualifier, so definitely don't want to risk hurting the car when the field is going to be set and you're in it. All right, Mr. Ramos and Los Guillermos. Maya Guez, Puerto Rico, the RX 920B machine, currently the number 14 qualifier, the blue car in the right-hand lane. Siriano, the mastermind, Orlando, Florida, the Toyota Camry. Left-hand lane is your number 6 qualifier with a 6:03. Barring being able to get the El Jerry door latched, this will be your final pair in Mickey Thompson Tire Outlaw versus Extreme. If Ramos can get the car to back up. Crew guy doing the jazzercise out there so they don't stick to the racetrack. She's like, please don't stick. I can't get off this thing. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. All right, looks like El Jerry did get fixed. Okay, so we have, looks like El Jerry's back in the water box, so they got the door fixed. So we'll have one more after this pair to finish up. Outlaw versus Extreme, brought to you by Mickey Thompson Tires. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you run Mickey Thompson Tires and you have a Mickey Thompson Tires sticker on your car, which you got when you picked up your Mainly Hard card, you get a $500 gift card when you win the race from Mickey Thompson Tires. The fastest cars in the world have Mickey Thompson Tires on them. All right, both cars pre-stage. The boost coming up as they roll all the way into the full stage. And both cars have a trouble off the line. Ramos moving around a little bit, goes toward the center line, rolls out of throttle. We'll go 933, 1285 for Siriano. And then the final car in our final qualifying session in Mickey Thompson Tires, Outlaw versus Extreme, will be El Jerry Fernandez, Cleveland, Ohio, in the 2020 Supra. 2JZ on board, Liberty Gears, Precision Turbo and Engine, and the Fuel Tech on board. As they say, Fuel Tech, including on El Jerry's car. So El Jerry, the final car in Mickey Thompson Outlaw versus Extreme, with the chance to punch into the 5-second zone. Then we will have our exhibition class coming up next. All right, come on fans, make some noise. The last import chance to go into the 5-second zone here today. Good run going, but then it goes toward the center line, so wisely El Jerry rolls out of the throttle. Turbo D-cell coming out of the exhaust there, shouldn't be that big of a deal. And that will set the field in Mickey Thompson Tires Outlaw versus Extreme. Congratulations, Manny Bajinga goes #1 and stays #1. Don Burton, Mark Benson, Nick Schroeder, Ryan Henderson. Top 5 all domestics. 6 through 14 is all the imports. So we have an opportunity for a lot of import upsets in first round of eliminations coming up tomorrow. Isaias Rojas, Medtech C7 Corvette. Pro-Line Outlaw Hemi Pro Charger on board. Red Hat Mafia tuning it up. Jamie Miller and Son is the Red Hat Mafia brand. Michael Nauman, 2021 Camaro, 959 cubic inch. Pat Busey, horsepower under the hood. Popeye, as they said. Crofton, Maryland, #3 qualifier, #1 for the Corvette. Dropped a boom to 557 on Thursday. Nitrous Machine, a new car. Red Hat Mafia tune. So again, brand new nitrous car. Setting up the suspension, setting up the shocks, setting up the tune-up in the nitrous monster motor. The Medtech Corvette runs the PDRA and an NMCA and a bunch of other Outlaw Pro Mod racing series. So the Medtech in the left lane and Pat Busey nitrous Camaro in the right. Oh boy, for the big nitrous machine. 555 258 for Medtech Corvette. Pro line to the front, 656. Good run for Nauman. You saw the candles lit at the hit. A lot of black smoke coming out of that is fat and fuel in the nitrous. I love it. Spring City, Pennsylvania, the 03 Mustang, 528 cubic inch Hemi twin turbo power. RNS Automotive Pro Torque torque converters, Morning Glory and Fatal Finishes on board the Hall Tech ECU machine, tuned by Patrick Barnhill, one of the most elite tuners in the world. And in the right-hand lane, he is your 2021 E3 Spark Plugs NHRA Pro Modified World Champion Jose Gonzalez, celebrating his birthday weekend with us. This is the car campaign to take down the NHRA World Champion. It is an NHRA legal 520 cubic inch Proline Heavy with an F3 Pro Charger on board. So, the question is, Steve Petty just watched Jamie Miller send a MedTech Corvette to a 555. Steve Petty going to go for bragging rights and try and dip into lower than a 555 right here with El General Q80 Racing. Ball Ground, Georgia, from South America. We have to get Jose Gonzalez up here to sign the Wall of Fame. We do with all of our world champions. Consider this the victory lap tour for Jose. I need Boo Brown to see Dave Roberts at the front of the lanes. Boo Brown, see Dave Roberts at the front of the lanes. And the turbos will spool. But he stays with it. Shoots out early. And that will do it for our Exhibition Pro Modified category. We are now in atomizer racing injectors, radial versus modified. Big boost, Bill Lutz, 67 Camaro. Brothers Hemi screw blower on board. Now, Winchester, Ohio. CIA Performance Liberty Gears TBM brakes. Currently your number 12 qualifier with a 740 Jordan Tuck, Salisbury, North Carolina in the Mustang. Is your number 7 qualifier with a 678 in the convertible. Lutz has been baby stepping to get to that number 12 spot with 740. Trying to be in the 6-second zone in the LDR category. Modified Fabian, we got 3 5-second runs.
3, I'll tell you, that was awesome. So right up, I said 4 was the over-under, so 1 under, we'll take it.
Top 6, all domestics. Bottom 8, all in.
Ooh, that's a great match tomorrow. But here we go, Bill Lutz, Jordan Tuck, Chevy and Ford. Here we go, 109.60 foot, top bend, he's going, 618, 227 to a 671, 209. Bill Lutz goes number 1 by a mile, 0.2 of a second. He goes number 1. I think the track is great. Man, oh man, 618, 227. That run, I think, would have put him up in the top echelon in OVE. All righty. Javier Ortiz, left side. 15, 1037. Andy Manson, the multi-time NMRA world champion. Out of Manassas, Virginia. Here we go. It's import left side, domestic on the right. Who's got the 240 SX winning this race? Who's got the Mustang on the Bonaparte side winning this race? I'll tell you what, man, we're having jam-packed to the rafters here at MDIR. The Welcome Back Tour. The Haltech World Cup Final presented by Riceco, 25 years. As MDI, our chief starter, Jimmy Howard, ready to line him up, set him on down. Here we go. Here we go, Andy Manson, 114 short, top end, Andy Manson, 650, 211 miles an hour. He picked up nearly 0.3 of a second from his earlier qualifying run. 12:23 for Javier Ortiz, he'll stay 15. Manson goes number 5. As with David Fondon and Juan Mura. That 2020 Honda Accord for David Fondon, who, by the way, is a 2-time and reigning, defending, undisputed XDA HCP Superstock World Champion. I'm telling you, he's one of the best motorcycle riders out there. But apparently he's a pretty good shoe when it comes to racing at 4 wheels as well.
Right, he's in a car.
Yeah, I know.
That's not a motorcycle.
I know.
Oh, you can do both?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Robbie Honeycutt.
Oh yeah, Rob Honeycutt. Oh yeah, he can. Matt McAdams has done both.
That Antron guy in the NHRA did okay.
Oh yeah, Antron, yeah. But Fondon left side. And Juan Mura right side. Well, technically Antron's bike had wheelie bars, so. That's still bike, that's true. Juan Mura right side, David Fondon in the left. Here in Atomizer Racing Injectors, radial versus modified. Pro Street bikes are coming up next. They're pre-staged. Can David Fondon get off the bump spot? How about Juan Mura? Can he make a challenge for number 1? He rolls through the beams and will not get a time. There goes Fondon, top end. 623, 227. David Fondon goes from number 16 to number 2.
You ever wonder how good the performance is? Just watch the crew absolutely lose their mind.
Wow.
On a start line. You know they did something spectacular. He goes number 2, baby.
And he was number 16 until just now. Wow. Fondon, he can definitely get it done on 2 wheels just as well as he can on 4. I said that backwards, but anyway.
He was like, bro, I don't want to run the number 1 qualifier first round. Let me go ahead and jump up to number 2, and then I don't have to run him until the finals.
Here we go, Sub-Zero Diaz left side. He is not in the show. He's gonna go 10:37.0. Better get it now. Javier Ortiz has already run this session. Either Sub-Zero gets in or Javier stays in. Here we go. Right now, Neil Ramkus in on the right side, playing engine 4. He's number 13. Will Sub-Zero get in the show? Maybe not. Oh, definitely not. Well, maybe. 950, he got in the show. A 7:04, a 2:04 for Rankinson, and he stays 13th. The top 12 are in the 6s. And Sub-Zero is in, and Javier Ortiz is out. And he goes to the bump spot, and there's only one car that can knock him out. Unless there's another entry that has not yet made a run, but both these two are in. Reese Rivera out of Puerto Rico on the left side, that 05 RX-8, number 5 at 647. Raul Acevedo out of Kissimmee, Florida, in his RX-8, right in front of him, number 4 at 642, 217. I'm telling you, this is it. This is what we came to see here at Maryland International Raceway in the 25th Annual Haltech World Cup Finals, presented by Weisco. 2 RX-8s ready to do battle. Can either one of them make a challenge for the 618-7 by Bill Luce? Then he lanes 1 and 2 to suit up, please. 1 and 2, suit up. Here we go. Both these cars are trying to make a challenge for the number 1 spot, perhaps number 2. On Fabian Brown, that's Chris Matters alongside Chris Higgins and Big Hat Mafia Bear Green doing our top-end interviews and throughout the pit area here on the live feed here on FlowRacing.com, the Flow Racing app. And Hugo, get well soon, brother. So here we go. Well, can either one of these two get into the top 3? Here we go, 981 short for the right side, top end, bam, 636 to a 643. They will both, and Acevedo goes number 3, Rivera goes number 5. Oh my. Next up.
Well, I tell you, as bad, as slow, as frustrating as today started for qualifying, what do you think, fans? Side-by-side 5, side-by-side 6s. How about this race in action right now? The Haltech World Cup Finals 4th round of qualifying is absolutely picking up and delivering on the excitement.
It was definitely worth the wait, as Michael Serrano is 15th at a 918. They're the Rampage car in the 7th spot, 653. So the order doesn't change here. Right now, Michael Serrano would have David Fondon round 1 tomorrow morning. I would not want to face David Fondon round 1 tomorrow morning, but he ain't scared. Rampage, he ain't scared either. We know the racetrack is there. We know the conditions are there. Can they hold the power down all the way through that 1,320 feet battleground known as the legendary Maryland International Raceway quarter mile? Serrano's in, waiting on Rampage. Rampage is in. Serrano didn't go. There goes Rampage, 102 short. And Serrano's going to idle on down. Rampage 656, 207. He'll stay number 7. Serrano will stay 15th. Got the Pro Street bikes coming up here in just a moment. And Serrano is stopped on the racetrack, so they're going to shut him off here and go out and give him a push. So Mike Serrano again will stay 15th. Rampage, even though it was at 656, will stay in the number 7 spot. So how about this there, Matters? Desiree Racing, Desiree Racing on the left side. They are 18th of 18 cars. This is the last shot they have to get into the 16-car field. To get in, 950 with a 4 or better gets them in. Now you ask yourself, what happens if he runs 950 with a 5? Well, it matters, correct me if I'm wrong, because he does. If he goes 950 with a 5, he has to run quicker than or faster than 97.97 miles per hour, as the tiebreaker is mile per hour. Now, if on the rare occasion, because it has happened, what if they both run the same ET and the same mile an hour?
I think they got a Rochambeau for it. Paper, rock, scissors?
So here we go. Finally, there's the final pair. We have one more back there. How about this? Desiree Racing, his final shot to get in. 950 with a 4 or better gets him in. Now, to answer the question, I'm not sure if Matters got that or not, but if they both tie on ET and mile an hour, the tiebreaker goes to whoever ran it first. In this case, that'd be Sub-Zero. And we have one more car here in the water box. And then we'll go to our Pro Street bikes. But Gomez, left side, Jose Garcia on the right. Battle of an RX-7 left side, RX-8 on the right. Will Desiree Racing be racing tomorrow, or will the World Cup Finals end here? 106 short. It's going to be close. Top end. Got it. 692 to a 652. Garcia, big improvement, goes number 7. Gomez goes 13 and bumps out Sub-Zero. So the field is set. It's a matter of who races. Now here is Major League Racing out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico. It's in the 11th spot, 676, 175. He's in the field. It's a matter of who will he race. So right now, Bill Lutz would have Michael Serrano in round 1 tomorrow, ending what happens with this pair. We know that Reyes will be no worse than 11th. It's a matter of how far up the order he goes. Here we go. How low can he go? Can he go up from number 11? Here we go. What will the RX-8 do? Short, maybe, top end, 681, 190 will stay number 11, but Bill Lutz in a domestic qualifies number 1 for atomizer racing injectors, radial versus modified. Which means he, as of now, he and David Von Don And the 5-gallon pail of fuel from VP Race Fuels, being the quickest import and domestics in qualifying. So coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Platinum General Services Pro Street Bike. Coming up next, folks, Platinum General Services Pro Street Bike. These are the quickest and fastest street bikes on the planet. I'm telling you, they're street legal bikes with street tires. Going in the mid-6s at over 220 plus miles per hour. And I was back there talking to Curtis Brown, one of our racers. One of the biggest crowds he's ever had, he's ever raced in front of.
All right, as Fabian.
Bullet billet blocks are proven in record-setting race cars, but they can also help you dominate the street or track in your modified road car. Streetable, reliable and repeatable from the road to the racetrack.
FL2K is Florida's premier roll racing, drag racing, and street car shootout with over $100,000 in cash payout. Only the fastest and baddest street cars in the country come to the top track in the South to compete in 12 different classes with the largest guaranteed payout for X front wheel drive, with vendors from the biggest names in the industry bringing you the top products on the market. You won't want to miss the chance to experience the action.
When you buy Hot Shot Secret, you can feel comfortable knowing that you are getting a premium product from a premium team. We are happy to provide you, the customers, with the best scientifically proven products on the market to help you solve and prevent automotive headaches. Only the very best product gets the Hot Shot Secret seal of approval. We are driven to help you solve your automotive issues. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret.
A bike running a 1.160 foot, running over 170 mile an hour in 4.2 seconds to the 8th mile. It's like doing a pull-up with two of your friends holding on to your feet and trying to keep you from doing a pull-up. That's the kind of pressure these guys have, trying to hold on to the handlebars. The big trick on these bikes is keeping them pointed straight, hitting your shift points while keeping the front end on the racetrack instead of sending them at 12 o'clock with 700 horsepower. It's hard to do, and only 6 seconds to go through 5 gears and the quarter mile. But they're here to give you a show. You can follow them, the pages for our XDA series at XDA Racing. I'd love to invite you out to one of the events. We have the biggest one here in July, the WPTC Bike Fest. We have motorcycle drag racing. We do bikini contests. We have live music. We do stunt arenas, freestyle motocross shows, bike shows, sound competitions. If you're into motorcycles, whether it be Harley or sport bike, that event is here in July every year at Maryland International Raceway, and these bikes here are the showcase of that series. And these are the baddest of the baddest in the country, the fastest street bikes you will see in the world at the XDA.
All right, thank you, Jason. As give you folks an idea, the quickest, the 10 riders that are here. I was talking to Curtis Brown a few minutes ago back in the staging lane. He said this crowd right here is the biggest crowd he has ever raced in front of. And a lot of the riders feel the same way, that they, over 12,000 fans here, a lot of great folks, and they are excited, they're pumped. So, like Jason was talking about, to put on a show for all of you. And to give you their stats here, Curtis Brown, the quickest pass he's ever made, he ran here just a few weeks ago. 6:73.5. RJ Bonitatis ran a 6:67.6 earlier this year. Kenny Brewer, 664.7. Ryan Habel, 661.6. Jordan Haas, who's coming up on the left-hand side in the first pair, he's been as quick as a 654.9. Darian Payne, they call him Nanu, 648.8. Greg Wallace out of Timberlake, North Carolina, has been a 648.4. Jason Dunnigan from Jackson, Michigan, has been a 647.7. Justin Shaker, 646.3. And he picked up his first win back in September at the completion of the August Bike Bash at Virginia Motorsports Park. And tell you about Justin Shaker, he's no cruiserweight, one of the heavier riders in the class at a little over 200 pounds, but he is, as Jason said, he is the speed record holder at 234 miles an hour. And of course, there's the champion, Rodney Williford, who in the last 8 races in the XDA series, he's won 7 of them. 32 rounds of racing, he's only lost 1 time. That was Justin Shaker in the Bike Bash final. Rodney, his career best ET, 6.383. And he's currently sitting number 1 right now to 644.6. Darian Payne, 652.1. Jason Dunnigan, 654.1. Greg Wallace at a 671.9. Justin Shaker, 674.6. Kenny Brewer is in the 6th spot, 675.4. Ryan Habel, 684.9. And currently on the bubble, Ryan Bonitatis, 685.2. Curtis Brown is 9th at a 687.5, and Jordan Haas is 10th, 707.3. As Jay was talking about, over 700 horsepower. And they don't have a roll cage, they don't have parachutes, they don't have belts. They're holding on, for lack of a better term, for dear life. As there's nothing between them and the ground but imagination. So would you still want to ride the bike if it's going 630s at over 230 plus miles an hour? How many folks out there would do that? Ride a bike 630s at over 230 miles per hour? Be honest with me. Would I ever do it? No. Would Matters do it? Matters, you gotta give him 2 more wheels and a roll cage and belts. They don't do it. On a bike, no. So they're all competing for the World Cup trophy. To give you folks an idea, that trophy weighs a little over 30 pounds. In comparison to the Stanley Cup, which weighs 34.5 pounds. Obviously, the Stanley Cup is much taller than the World Cup Finals trophy, but I mean, you get the idea. As they are just moments away from Pro Street Bike, brought to you by Platinum Driver Services. Cannot thank Ralphie Navarro enough for stepping up, being a part of the World Cup, and also his company Platinum Fleet Repair is sponsoring the Spring Nationals here, April 24th, 22nd through the 24th, for the XDA season opener for 2022. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the quickest, fastest street bikes in the world. Platinum General Services Pro Street Bike will kick it off with the 2 riders. They are not in the show right now. Jordan Haas left side, Curtis Brown right side. They are numbers 9 and 10. Tell you what, to give you folks an idea, of the 10 riders here, only one of them was not in the 6-second zone 12 months ago. Curtis Brown, but he's made so many strides over the last few months. All right, so Jordan Haas again, 10th. Curtis Brown, 9th. If both these two have to go, and they got to go right now, 685.2 to get in the show, to go number 1, both of them would have to go career best at 644 with a 6. Let's watch. All 8 of these bikes are turbocharged Suzuki Hayabusas, 700 plus horsepower. 62.5 millimeter turbos. OEM chassis, OEM cylinder heads, OEM engine blocks. And the rider and bike combined must weigh 650 pounds. Here we go. Jordan and Curtis. Here we go, 124 short. Top down, either one of them get in. It's gonna be close for Curtis. Oh, he missed it by that much. 686, a lot of smoke for the Jordan bike. And he did that going into a headwind. And I've got to believe because of the headwind, Curtis Brown does not qualify. Bested by the headwind. Now the field is set. It's just a matter of who races who. Curtis Brown, I'll tell you what, I gotta believe if it had been a tailwind or no wind at all, and they have just called for cleanup on the racetrack, so we're gonna be down here for a little bit. I'll tell you what, both those guys went for it. It looks like cleanup will be in the left lane, it looks like, so for Jordan. There's calling for all the equipment there. Man, definitely got to be disappointed. I tell you what, Curtis Brown gave it everything he had, and then some. All right, so we're getting this cleaned up. Back to racing here just a little bit. Now, Matt is going to ask you this question. If you're one of the 8 remaining riders and you know there is no way you can get bumped out, what approach would you take here? Would you play conservative?
I have the same approach every time I take the Christmas tree, Fabian.
Stomp on the loud pedal?
I want to go as fast as I can based on the conditions every single time. I'm not sandbagging, I'm not holding back, I'm not going, well, I'm going to save it for the next one. Like, if I've got a shot at a racetrack, I want to try and go as fast as I can. Especially if I'm locked in the field, right? Because I need to know if I can go faster.
Exactly.
Because I'm trying to win.
But at the same time, if you feel the car...
No but.
No but.
No but. If I'm taking the tree, I'm trying to go as fast as I possibly can every single time. Period. End of story.
All right.
I want to win. Constantly. And the only way you do that is by going faster. And by testing and trying different things or using the successes you have. Most riders or drivers have the same mentality, right? The whole point of drag racing is to go faster. Now, bracket racing or index racing, you have a specific thing, that's one thing. But I'm saying, in that world of heads-up drag racing, you want to go faster than every other person you race against. You want to beat every other person you race against. And you want to get faster every single time, right?
And if you're not here for that reason, then why are you here, right?
Then the basketball courts at the YMCA are down the road.
Okay. Alrighty, so we will get this cleaned up, be back to racing here in just a little bit. But man, oh man, I'll tell you what, Curtis Brown, like we said, gave it everything he had. It was close. I mean, look at the early numbers. It looked like it was going to pretty good fast. But again, if you look at the flags, they were blowing up the racetrack back towards the start line, meaning that that wind resistance was slowing him down just a little bit.
And it's different for a motorcycle than it is for a car, right? So a car has a known airflow pattern.
Right.
These riders actually get in the way of that. And as Jason talked about, they're trying to hang on to the motorcycles as they're going down the track. So if they're an inch to the left or an inch to the right, or they're sitting an inch higher on the bike, just because that's how they happen to be laid over on the fuel tank at the moment, it makes a difference.
Yesterday set the 3:15 tire world record on the quarter mile. How did it kind of feel getting that bad boy set in your car, Fred?
Fred's a bad machine. No, I mean, it was just a bunch of teamwork with Jamie and Proline and the guys. It's just something we've been working hard for. And Jason Miller puts on a great track surface, so it's like it's just the right ingredients with the weather. It's just everything panned out.
So I know you slid up just a little bit on this run. I guess where do you guys need to go from here to kind of get back to that record, and maybe just a little bit quicker to try to hoist that World Cup at the end of the day tomorrow?
Well, obviously we can't do what we just did because we slowed down. So we just got to go back to the drawing board. But tomorrow is race day, so we kind of got to put our swords away and stop preparing to try to make round by round. So it'll change a little bit, the strategy.
All right, well, good luck. Is there anybody you want to thank that helped you out with getting that world record set?
Man, it's everybody. It's a team. There's no I in team. So, again, Jamie, Proline, Petty, Dillard, my crew, Franny, Brooksy, my wife, my kids, and I know there's a bunch that I'm missing, Mark, Mickey, everybody's helped out. So it's just been a long group effort, and you're only as good as the guys you have behind you. And fortunately, I got a good bunch of guys behind me. So I can't thank everybody enough. And some people that I forgot, I'm sorry, but we'll try to make you proud.
Keep an eye on him tomorrow, because I'll tell you what, he is going to be making some noise in one way, shape, or form. Again, keep an eye on Manny Bajinga. This is your Top End interview brought to you by Bullet Race Engineering.
As there's Rodney Wilbur, you see the new champion, multi-time champion Jason Dunnigan from Jackson, Michigan. One of the taller riders in the category, so definitely that could give him an advantage as far as the geometry on the bike is concerned with weight distribution. And of course, Rodney Wilbur, like one of the most decorated Perf Jeep racers there's ever been. And him and I have talked a couple times this year, Matt, and he told me that the field, the competition level in the Pro Street category is super tight. Knowing that any one of these riders can go on a streak, hit the number, and really, get after it. We got Ryan Habel from Wisconsin. You got Darian Payne. His grandmother calls him Nanu. Of course, he has Nanu's Bike Fest that he runs over at Constantine's Motorsports Park during the summer, which I'm sure we'll have more information will be coming on that in the coming months. And you got some heavy hitters back there. Reminder for all racers, all fans, all vendors. I'm sure 98% of you, it will do it automatically for you. But remember to set your clocks back 1 hour tonight. Gabby, you got that? Set your clock back 1 hour tonight. I think Dunnigan's going to do his, wind his watch back right now. All right, so we are getting ready, a few more minutes here, down there, and then we will get this cleaned up and ready to go. As of course, a lot of the media coverage for the XDA is dragbike.com. You visit them on their Facebook page at dragbike.com, and of course the website, dragbike.com. But Justin Shaker, the fastest Pro Street racer ever, 234 miles per hour.
We drive people. We drive bracket racing. Because reliability, accuracy, and consistency is what goes round and wins races. An all-in-one solution tailored to your application. Walk the pits and you'll begin to see fuel tech everywhere.
Induction Performance, your premier one-stop shop for everything 2JZ. Our race-winning 2JZ engine program and proven product line pushes the limits on the street and on the track, supplying racers with an inventory of all the industry's leading brands. We are the trusted source for high-performance 2JZ parts and installation. Visit us online at inductionperformance.com. And let's get you racing.
At Late Model Engines, we machine, assemble, build and test every engine in-house. Our expert staff and state-of-the-art facility means we build your engine right. Our dyno gives us the best R&D possible and the performance, power, and reliability you need to win. Check out latemodelengines.com and see why we're a step ahead of the competition.
Every Molly Motorsports piston is backed by 95 plus years of racing heritage and technology innovation. Molly employs the most advanced piston design and machining being used today. When it comes to piston purchase, why choose anything but Molly Motorsports?
For more than 25 years, ProCharger has made the most powerful, reliable, and advanced supercharger kits on the market. More than 100 national championships in the last 15 years and thousands of wins at the racetrack. There's only one choice. Best-in-class performance on the street with the broadest product selection available, including 50 state legal systems. ProCharger. Invented, engineered, and built in the USA.
One of our spotters out track is our numbers coordinator. Basically, she communicates numbers and bike information up to the tower officials. And Denise is one of our tower assistants. Of course, Chris Miller is the tower director. Jason Miller, the series promoter, and myself, the voice of the series. Our good friend of ours, Jervon Hall. I believe he's here weekend. He's actually the grudge announcer. And of course, Will King, he is our XDA Tech official. Of course, Miss Timmy Roberts, Dave Roberts' wife, is our director of merchandise, also our winner circle activities. And Miss Carrie Ann Hall, she's our director of the Paint the Quarter Paint program. Here we go, back in the Pro Street Bike. And that's XD8 starter Mikey K there. It's going to line him up, send him on down. There's Jason Dunnigan and Greg Wallace getting ready to get after it. Pro Street Bike, final qualifying session. These riders are in the show. It doesn't matter of who will race who. Here we go. Short for Dunnigan, there he goes. Top 10, 654, 229 miles an hour, 670, 221 for Greg Wallace. He'll stay numbers 3 and 4, but Dunnigan goes 230 miles an hour. Ryan Habel on the left side, number 7, out of Roberts, Wisconsin. Darian Payne, they call him Nanu. That's a brand new 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa out of Fredericksburg. He's qualified number 2, so the order doesn't change. These two would meet up round 1 tomorrow morning. And then you have the final pair in the water box, numbers 1 and 2 in the points this year. Actually, that's the 3rd pair in the water box. Ryan Bonitatis and Justin Shaver, get to them in a moment. 118 short for Darian Payne. There he goes. Top end, 658, 225, 672 for Ryan Habel, 219. He'll go number 5. Darian goes number 2. Next up, Ryan Bonitatis and Justin Shaker. Also, don't forget tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at 7 o'clock on the stage will be the adult costume contest hosted by yours truly. We had the kids one last night.
No, I'm saying we had the junior Jason Miller and Lady Friend.
Yeah.
Will we have the adult version of Jason Miller and the Lady Friend?
We very well could.
Pretty good.
Very well could. We got Bonitatis and Shaker. Shaker, the fastest Pro Street racer ever. 121 short, but look at Shaker. Top end, he's out of it. 704, 167. The Bones will stay 8, and 781 for Shaker. He'll stay number 6. As the final pair, and Rodney's backing out, and Rodney Williford decides not to make the run. Kenny Brewer on the right side. Kenny's number 7 at 675.4. So Brewer, to get to the top half, he has to go 670 with a 5 or better. 121 short, Kenny Brewer. Top end, 681, 212. So Kenny Brewer will stay number 7, but put your hands together for the Pro Street Bikes, and Rodney Williford qualifies number 1.
Now the hard part starts, though. It's easy to get qualified number 1. Now you got to win the race because there's no pressure on you, right?
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to go back to some track prep as the Precision Turbo Engine X275 versus Hot Rod will be coming up next. Again, Precision Turbo Engine X275 versus Hot Rod will be coming up next.